The stage is set and the curtain is rising for another Formula One Grand Prix. We're expecting close fights up and down the field today, so hold on tight, we're moments away from lights out. So we're back here in Losail and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns and just one DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS though through the long straight and into turn 1. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Fernando Alonso alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Stroll, Gasly, Russell, Tsunoda, Joe, Magnussen, Bottas, Albon, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Oscar Piastri, Sargent, De Vries, Perez, and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
one. Verstappen behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. Okay, DRS is now available. And Verstappen's behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap was a 1 minute 27.9. Second place, you're in second place. It's Verstappen ahead. They're on fresh softs. And that's Carlos behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Your pit window opens in 8 laps time. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. And the time last lap was a 1:28.0. Alright, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Okay mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. Understood, copy that. Car behind is Carlos. Okay, car behind trailing us, 1.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was a 1:28.4. Okay, you're sat in P2. It's Verstappen ahead. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. And that's Carlos behind. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 1.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. The pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. And that's 49 laps to go. approaching the pit window, you're going to be on softs. Tyre condition still looking good. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Push now, we're boxing this lap. Gap to your teammate behind is 3.2 seconds.
Away we go, no problems, really smooth. Ferrari, no doubt, very happy with that stop.
Okay, 2 stops left now, 2 stops. now, we've got P17. Okay, Hulkenberg just ahead. Push, push. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Piastri's behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. And that's 13 laps now until your pit window's open. We've still got 45 laps to complete here. Okay, good work. Great pass. Albon just ahead, push for that position. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 13 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap was a 1:31.0. That's P5, you're in P5. It's Perez ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 10.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Zhu behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 1.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, so gap to the leader is 16.8 seconds. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. 43 laps to go. Carlos is in the pits. Bottas is up in first place. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.7 seconds. First position, front of the pack. Verstappen behind you now. Our gap behind is 4.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. And that's 42 laps to go. gap to your teammate behind is 9.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in third, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 32.1. Verstappen's behind. Okay, the gap behind is 2.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was a 1:26.5. Verstappen behind you now, and the gap behind us is 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. Time last lap was a 1 minute 27.0. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. Copy that. Okay, we lost the position, trying to keep focus. place, you're in second place. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, they're on old softs. And that's Carlos behind. We're leading the car behind by 6.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps. 37 laps to go. Information on Perez. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. Okay, you're sat in P2. It's Verstappen ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Car behind is Carlos. Okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind, 6.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. You've got 4 laps until your pit window opens. And there's 36 laps to go. Caution, caution. Green flag. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Understood. Stopping this lap. Okay, roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop.
And away we go, and that was a very nice stop. No problems, very smooth for Leclerc.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. work, mate. That brings you up a place. And we're currently sat in 6th. Alonso ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 9.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Stroll behind. Okay, they're on old softs. Our gap to first place is 26.4 seconds. And gap to the car in front is 9.4 seconds. Trailing our teammate by 0.3 seconds. We're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep it up. Gap to your teammate ahead is 12.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in second, and the time last lap was a 1:29.1. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 3.0 seconds. It's Hamilton ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was a 1:28.8. This is brilliant. You're taking 2.5 seconds out of them each lap. Okay, Okay, so that last lap was a 1:26.6. Brilliant, nice move, keep going.
What the hell is that?
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. And Verstappen's behind. And they've entered the pit lane. They're on fresh softs. We think they've got one more stop. Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Soft tyres on the car behind. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.7 seconds. Is in for his stop now.
What the hell?
Verstappen's ahead of you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just one lap old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:30.4. Tyre condition still looking good. With a new strategy available on the MFD. Copy. Second place, we're in second place. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs, and that's Carlos behind. Okay, car behind trailing us, 12.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. And that's 6 laps until your pit window's open. 27 laps to go. Verstappen's just put up the fastest lap of the race so far. Car behind is Carlos. Okay, push, gap to the car behind, 10.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:26.2. Carlos behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 6.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:26.2. Okay, you're sat in P2. Verstappen's ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 12.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Car behind is Carlos. Our gap behind is 4.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, we can take you this lap.
And away we go, and that was a very nice stop. No problems, very smooth for Leclerc.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. P6, you've got P6. Hamilton's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 12.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. That's Stroll behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 3.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader, 40.5 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. And gap to the car in front is 11.8 seconds. You're losing 2 seconds a lap to the car behind. 2 seconds. It's Hamilton ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 10.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:28.0. Okay, so that last lap was a 1:26.3. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car. Okay, so the time last lap was a 1:26.2. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 8.0 seconds. Currently trailing our teammate by 18.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in second, and the time last lap was a 1:27.9. Ahead of you. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 5.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:28.2. Right, you're closing in by around 1.4 seconds a lap. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 5.1 seconds. Pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance. Okay, last lap time was at 1 minute 27.3. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Carlos is in the pits. Our gap to the car in front is 5.5 seconds. And that's Carlos behind. And the gap behind us is 9.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. second place. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 13.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Car behind is Carlos. We're leading the car behind by 7.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. And that's Carlos behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind, 4.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:25.8. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.1 seconds. Okay, you're sat in P2. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 20.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Car behind is Carlos. Okay, car behind trailing us, 1.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, we're into the last 10 laps now. Carlos behind. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:26.2. Okay, so the last lap time was a 1:27.9. Okay, you've got P3, well done. They're on fresh mediums. Alonso behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 9.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. The distance to the leader is 23.2 seconds. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go, and that's 8 laps to go. You're currently in P3. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. That's Alonso behind. Our gap behind is 9.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader is 24.5 seconds. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 7 laps to go. Car behind is gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. whilst ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 0.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 26.3. Alright, at the moment you're losing 3/10 a lap. Come on, dig in. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done. Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive. Okay, you've got P3, well done. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Alonso behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 9.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 25.7 seconds. Your pit window is open, pit window currently open. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Well done, Max. Nicely driven.
Yeah, very lovely that.
Slow button on, slow button on.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. So let's review the drivers' standings. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
That's got to be the Flying Finn. Wait, how many Flying Fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm talking about Bottas this time. Just great raw speed, and a good job in traffic as well.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. No change in the top spot then, but with today's points, their hold on that lead is getting weaker. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.